evening and welcome to the show. James here, your host over here, doing a beautiful Jackery stream for you guys tonight. Welcome back. It's been a few weeks. Weeks? Something? I don't know. You guys tell me. How's everybody been going? How's everybody doing? We got a great little show for you. Now, you guys are going to notice that we have those rotating banners like always. You got that 5% discount code sitting there rotating around. We also have Fernando in chat. If you guys need to ask any questions, Fernando can help answer those. Now, we also got those super deals down there, guys. The E300 Plus deal going on. The Jackery E1000 V2 by itself for like $4.99. We also have, I believe, the 3000 Pro and two 200-watt panels for like $21.99 on top of that. Now, the 300 Plus station is actually going to come with a 40-watt solar panel for like $2.99, and we're going to gear into those as we get going. Now, with that, hopefully everybody's had a great start to their New Year's. Wow, New Year. I'm still thinking it's 2024 and it's 2025. It's crazy, crazy. Guys, we're going to start the show off with one of their super deals. It's going to be the 1000 V2, and we're going to change camera views over to the table. Now, I do see that we have a little bit of lighting issue. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It looks really shadowy. But we'll get through it. We'll have fun. Now, the 1000 V2 is a newer product. This is actually a really phenomenal product that packs quite a punch for you. If you guys are looking for a... wow. One sec, everybody. We got double sound. We're going to get rid of that real quick. There we go. Now, if you look at it, this thing's going to pack quite a punch, and it does have app control. Now, the app control is going to allow you to access it from, of course, your phone. And on that phone, it's going to allow you to, of course, access and turn on all of the switches or the AC outlets. It's also going to allow you to turn on the DC outlets. It's also going to allow you to turn on that flashlight if you really want to as well. Now, the 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt-hours of power that can actually be fully charged in under 2 hours time. Now, the under 2 hour time rate is actually a quick charge rate of a super fast standard charge rate. Now, the cool part is you guys see there's a cable connected to the 2000 V2 that I'm charging right now because I forgot to. That's why we were a minute late on the start time at first. Now, the 1000 V2's got 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets, of course, are going to do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3000 for you. Now, the really cool part about this station is of course, it doesn't just have the 3 AC outlets like we're showing you guys. It's got 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 30-watt port. Now, we also have the 18-watt USB-A port and the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug above it. We do have the flashlight on the side. That flashlight on the side is going to do single brightness mode, or it's going to go into high brightness mode or SOS pattern if you guys need. And the SOS pattern is actually there so you guys can signal people to tell them that you are in the house, or if you guys need, of course, services or rescues, which is kind of cool to have that on there. Now, you guys will probably see that mini 40 solar panel sitting above it. We're going to show you guys that a little later for another product, but we're talking about this one right now. Now, with this, of course, like I said, 2 hour charge rate, but it can actually be fully charged in 1 hour time if you need to, and super emergency charge rate. So let's say you guys are in a natural disaster, you guys know something's coming towards you, but you guys want to charge the system up in a quick time. Plug it in, turn it on in the app, and turn on supercharge mode, and it'll be fully charged in 1 hour. Now, do use that sparingly. That's not meant to be used all the time, but it can be used for you. Now, if you want to, though, and you guys have 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, 2.5 hours is your charge rate for those panels. When fully charged, you guys can run multiple devices without a problem. That's where it's going to vary on what you guys can actually use. Whether it be a Starlink Mini for 29 hours or the standard Starlink for 10 hours. You guys could also do, I want to say about 20 DJI Mavic Air drone batteries. About 14 laptop charges if you really wanted to, or you guys could do your modem or router for like a week's time. Now, that's a single usage items at these runtimes, so do remember that. Now, you guys could also do a heated blanket for 12 hours, or you guys could do a house fan for 23 hours. And that's actually a good runtime for a house fan. Now, for those of you that want to do other things like a rice cooker, you guys can actually do a rice cooker for almost 3 hours. You could even do a 100-watt movie projector for about 7.5 to 8 hours. The 1000 V2 is coming in at $499 tonight, normally an $800 price tag. That's saving you about 38% savings. That's a phenomenal, phenomenal deal for that. Of course, by itself, it's a smoking deal. But if you guys want to, you guys can get it and the 200 watt solar panel for 42% off tonight at $749. Now, that 200 watt solar panel is one of their largest solar panels. That's going to allow you to, of course, charge this anytime outside in the sun or in low light settings, up to, of course, about, I'm going to say about 25% efficiency with that. I think it's technically 24.5% efficiency, even in low light settings. Now, when I talk about efficiency in low light settings, that's going to be your lower end of charge rate in those settings. In normal bright sunlight, you're going to get 100% of that charge rate, so don't worry about it. We're talking about low light settings, like, overcast skies, slight drizzle, and stuff like that. You can leave the solar panel out in the rain, out in the snow. You don't have to worry about it. Could be used up to certain temperatures in the sun if you needed to with that as well. The price point on the station alone is, like I said, $499, or if you want the solar panel, $749. Now, $749 with the solar panel is a great deal. Now, I'm going to always tell you guys, go with the package deal, because then you're a little bit closer to having your optimal full package. Phil, what's up, buddy? I am definitely back, kind of, Phil. You should have seen me running around a second ago with my head cut off. Like, power station was dead. I had to grab my drink that was completely frozen and is now partially melted, and all the other stuff. I should have been a little bit more prepared, a little quicker. Any questions about the 1000 V2s? Now, I do want to mention a few other things with the 1000 V2. Like, it is a LiFePO 4 cell. The LiFePO 4 cell is a lithium cell. That LiFePO 4 cell is actually very well done. It actually has about 4,000 charge cycles at 100% battery capacity. After that 4,000 charge cycles, you guys will be about 70 to 80% battery capacity left of that battery for that. What's the temp in my studio? 80, it looks like 87 right now. It's about 87 degrees. I mean, normally it's way hotter. It's definitely normally way hotter in my living room. So guys, 1000 V2 solar panel. It's a phenomenal deal, and it's going to do well for you guys. This would actually do great in most settings, rather it be just your RV, your motorhomes, off-the-grid living, or if you guys just need emergency settings, or if you guys do camping a lot. This would be a great piece to take camping. yeah, Phil. It was definitely, we had the windows open, most days, so it got a little chilly in here. Any questions about the 1000 V2s? Please ask. Now, we are going to talk about the 300 Plus, and of course, it's another great deal. Now, it's 20% off today. It's like $239, which is a phenomenal price point for this system. Now, the 300 Plus, I do have sitting over here. It's actually a nice little lightweight piece. This thing's phenomenally well done. This is going to be more geared towards your camping, quick emergencies. This would be good for like a bug out bag. Bug out bags would be pretty handy for a lot of people. Now, I'm not going to start saying, this would be a great little thing. Knowing the emergency's coming, it's lightweight and you guys can carry it. This is like literally like 8 pounds of weight. At 8 pounds, this is very nice and lightweight. Now, 288 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in under 2 hours in this size of a package. Now, the cool part is actually, I think the charge rate on this one's a little under an hour and a half by itself. So under an hour and a half, guys, you have a quick charge rate for the system. That's by itself on a wall plug. Now, let's say you guys had a 100 watt solar panel. 5.25 hours. The 40 watt mini solar panel, about 7.5 hours charge rate, which is a quick charge rate. Cool part is this has got one AC outlet. That AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 600 for you. You have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port. That's a bidirectional port. That bidirectional port can actually charge this device that way. It's going to be about 3 hours, but it can still do it. So if you guys have a USB-C port, 100 watts is going to be your charge rate through that, of course, on hand. Now, you also have, of course, the 15 watt USB-C port, the 15 watt USB-A port, and you have that 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug. Now, do not stick your finger in it like I'm doing. I do know it's shut off, so I'm not too worried about it, but hey, You also got a flashlight. That flashlight's going to do 2 brightnesses. It's going to do standard light or SOS pattern. Nice, beautiful handle, silicone pads on the side. This does take a wall plug to fully charge it in. When fully charged, you have 288 watt hours of power that can actually run a house fan for about 4.5 hours. You guys can even run, let's say, your Wi-Fi router for a little over 12 hours as well. You want to do 5 drone batteries? Go ahead and do it. You want to do 13 phone batteries? Be my guest. It will do it. It won't have a problem doing that, which is kind of cool. Now, you guys can even do a mini fridge for 2.5 hours if you truly need to. Or if you want that heating pad, about 7 hours, or even your heated blanket for 4 hours. Cool part is this can actually run about a 32-inch to 40-inch flat screen TV for about 4.25 to 4.5 hours as well. It's the lightweightness of this. Now, at $239 being this portable, you guys can take it camping, hiking, and all of those quick places. This would do good in an RV, your cars, whatever you really needed to. Let's say you guys you're in Oregon, you're heading to Crater Lake for the weekend. If you guys know what Crater Lake is, it's a beautiful, beautiful lake up in Oregon that is amazing to visit. If you don't, I do recommend checking it out. You guys won't be disappointed on that. This would be a great piece to take with you so you guys can keep your phones charged. It'd also be great to, like do for lights or just like cooking grills and stuff like that. This would work well for you. Now, cool part would be pair it up with the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, when you pair it up with the Mini 40 solar panel, it's only 11 total pounds right here. At 11 pounds total package, solar panel, the station, and the cabling, this is very portable. This is anybody can carry into anywhere. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is a beautiful little piece, and I'm going to actually realize that I didn't switch camera views and be like, I'm off my game today. I'm really off my game. Did that whole spiel about showing you guys this little solar panel, didn't switch the camera, I'm off my game. Bloopers. Let's keep those in the reels. All right, Mini 40 solar panel, guys. This is a cool solar panel. It's a very beautiful little thing. 4 panels long, fully waterproof, water resistant, IP68 rating. It's going to be about 23.5% efficiency in converting light to power. Now, the IP68 rating means it can be left out in the rain, it's not going to hurt it. It can be left out in the snow, it's not going to hurt it. It can be left out in a dust storm and just wash it off with a hose. It's not going to hurt it. Now, it is a trifold design, so it is trifold 3 times, quad panels, very lightweight. It's actually nice and portable, a little over 2.5 pounds. It is your weight of this piece. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, has eye ringlets and everything else with this. This can be carried in your backpack. It's the size of a 3-ring binder or smaller. That's actually kind of cool. It would be great for, like I said, bug out bags, camping, hiking. You guys could carry this without a problem. These 2 pieces would do well for you guys. Now, the one thing I like to talk about with these stations is they do have a UL protection. The UL protection is a drop protection. This is drop protected up to about 35 to 36 inches, which is actually decently well done for a drop protection of this size. It also has a flame retardant shell. Most of these systems will either have like a QR code on the back with the serial number, and that is for registering for the warranties and all of that other cool stuff, which is nice. Now, beautiful little screen. So if you guys power it up, just like all of them, they're going to have a nice little beautiful screen. Let's see if we can get that screen to come on right here, and you guys can actually see this. Now, with the solar panel, it's $319, normally a $400 price tag. It's a beautiful little piece. Still has that full app control as well. So the app control does beautifully, beautifully well done if you guys need something like that. Now, I do apologize for not switching the camera view in time. That's me being me, learning, got to relearn all my work. So any questions about that, guys, please ask. We are definitely here to answer. Now, I believe we're going to be moving over to the 3000 Pro and 2 200-watt solar panels. Now, this package deal is coming in at a great price point of like $3,699. But you guys can also use that 5% discount code to save yourself a few bucks. Now, if I swap back here and we hit the table, you guys are going to see the station right back here on the table. We'll zoom on in over here because I do want to show it to you. This is the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro is a 64-pound solar panel. At 64 pounds, they want to make sure that you guys are okay and can take it pretty much anywhere. So they added 2 large 3-inch wheels on the back of it. Those large 3-inch wheels are beautifully, beautifully well done. Now, those wheels will allow you to roll it across most surfaces. Now, it does have a telescopic aluminum handle that can actually fold up and be put away in the back of the housing. That way, you guys can roll it around. Now, I've actually rolled that piece around on carpet, hardwood floors, concrete, grass, and some dirt. I tried sand, and it sinks a little bit in sand. Of course, the sand I did was like a sand pit, so it's a really soft sand. So that's going to be like, your really soft, really loose sand at the beach. Not the best options of rolling it across that, all right? You can do it, but it's going to drag and kind of sink with you. Now, with this device, it packs quite a wallop. 3,024 watt-hours of power on this device. Has 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong AC outlets. Those standard 3-prong AC outlets are going to, of course, do very, very well for you. Now, 4 of those are 3,000 watts of standard 3 prongs. Now, 3,000 watts is a lot of power. Can peak at 6,000 if you truly need to. The 5th one is going to be your NEMA style plug. That is still 3,000 watts, but can peak at 6,000 if you want to as well. That's only 120 watts, though. It's not a 240 watt voltage style plug. On the opposite side, you have 2 USB-C ports. Those are 100 watt charging capability ports. You also have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. Now above that is, of course, a beautiful 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug. That's going to be more geared towards your fuzz dusters, your air compressors and stuff like that, or even jumper cable charging cables for like charging your batteries. It's not going to jumpstart your battery, but it can definitely charge your car battery with this. Now there are 2 large handles on the side, so you guys can lift it up like I do and put it on the table, or take it down if you have to. It's going to take you approximately 2.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug. If you have, let's say, 6 of those 200 watt panels, this comes with 2 of them. So with 2 of those, of course, it's going to take a lot longer to charge, but if you had 6 of them, 3.5 hours. Now remember, it's $3,699, but there is a $1,500 clippable coupon on Amazon for you. So if you guys clip that, it's going to drop that price point down there even farther for you. And that's where it's really cool. So once you drop it down, and then you guys can use that 5% discount code on top of that. That's going to save you guys quite a bit of money. When fully charged, you guys can actually run a refrigerator for about 5 hours of runtime. Now, if you go on to, you guys could do a, let's say, 1150 watt window AC for about 3 hours. Your 60 watt flat screen TV for about 35 hours, which is a great runtime. Your Tigger MIG welder should be able to run about an hour if you need to. And that's right, you guys can run a MIG welder off of this. Now, a MIG welder is actually quite powerful. You guys can even do an angle grinder for 6 hours. For those of you that need to charge your phone, about 101 cell phone charges or 70 drone batteries. Just up and going. 21 hours with the movie projector. That's a great movie night out back. That's a phenomenal idea for you. Now, for those ones that want to do, let's say, a CPAP machine, approximately up to maybe 53 hours on a full charge. 53 hours is a good runtime with that, of course, on hand. Now, this is a beautiful piece of technology that's going to do very well and at a great price point, like $21.99, and then use, of course, that 5% discount code. Save yourself a few more bucks. Phenomenal product. I love the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro still has full app access as well. So, any questions about the 3000 Pro? I'm going to set that on the table. I believe up next we're going to be showing you guys the 2000 V2. Now the 2000 V2 is a very current product. Now if you guys were watching CES, they did announce a few new products, which I'm quite excited to see from their full house solar array that actually is a concave curved solar panel, which is beautiful, which is kind of cool. They've also announced a few other products, which is amazing as well. Now we are going to talk about down here on the table. We're going to move over to the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2, of course, is over here, and you guys are going to start seeing it getting really bright, and then we're going to zoom on in and bring you in. Now, we keep talking about app control, and I can actually pop up the app, and hopefully I'm logged in. I may not be logged. I'm locked in. We're good. It's good. Let's turn on flashlight. There you guys go. You guys can see. Has flashlight control. We can even go brighter if we wanted to. Or if I really need to, we can actually just start clicking that, and you guys can see SOS pattern. We're going to shut the SOS pattern off. Don't want to, affect you guys too much with that. Now, this is about $1,500, but there's a $150 clippable coupon on Amazon. So if you guys want to, use that clippable coupon and save yourself a few more bucks. Now, I can even turn on the screen. You guys can see it's 100% charged. That's a quick charge time. I started that charge about an hour and a half ago, so that's actually a phenomenal charge rate with this. Now, they do say it's about 2 hours to fully charge the 2,042 watt-hours of power on standard fast charging mode on the wall plug. If you want to, though, go inside the app and turn on super emergency charge mode and have it fully charged in a little over an hour time. I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes. It's still a quick charge rate for you guys. Let's just go there. Now, this is approximately 41% smaller than some of the others in the same class, which is phenomenal. What they did to do that size reduction is add what's called CTB, cell-to-body technology. Now, the cell-to-body technology is a honeycomb design. That honeycomb design will allow you guys to, of course, have the cells of the LiFePO4 cells built into the housing of this actual station, which means it doesn't take the three-step process to build the power bank or the battery bank and then set it up inside the housing up higher. This time it's inside that. That also means it actually protects it a little bit more than some of the others of the same styling. Now, 2200 watts of pure sine wave power through the 3 AC outlets can max at 4400 if you truly need. So that means, you guys, if you truly need to run something really powerful, it can do it for you. Of course, it's limited to your 3-prong 120 volt plugs, but it is there. Now, you do have 2 USB-C ports. We're actually using the 30 watt port on top to run some lighting. We also have the 100 watt port in the middle. Then we have the 18 watt port down there as well. Now, on a full charge with the 2,042 watt-hours of power, you guys can run multiple devices, ranging from, let's say, your outdoor or your shop vac, about 2.5 hours with the shop vac. You guys could even do, I'm going to kind of go in here. We're going to go a little bit different with what you can run. Guys, it's not what you can run. It's definitely what you want to run. You guys could run your house fridge, your ACs. You guys could run your kitchen stoves off of this. It has no problem with running that. Like your CPAP machine on this one's going to be about 38 to 40 hours, right? If you want to, about 3.25 hours with the 520 watt refrigerator. You guys could even do a 200 watt desktop PC for about 12 hours of runtime. Your 1150 watt window AC, approximately 2 hours, is your runtime, but still can be done. Now, that welding machine will give you about a half an hour of time of running, of welding, or if you want angle grinder, about 4 hours. So you guys can see a little bit of drop here. 60 cell phone charges, probably a little more than 60 to be honest with you. Just go with that. That's just estimations. 45 drone charges, 4.5 hours with the blender. Guys, rice cookers, crock pots, you guys name it, you can plug it in and you can actually do it off of this. It's a phenomenally well done product. Trevor, what's up, my man? So still app controlled, still fully usable, like we were showing you guys. 30 decibels of noise. That's it. 30 decibels. At 30 decibels or less, it's a phenomenally well done product. And remember, the price point's there for you guys. $14.99 is the normal price tag. There's about $150 clippable coupon, so why not get it, accept it, take $150 off. And then remember, you're over $1,000, use that 5% code. Now, we will share that code in chat, so if you guys need that code, we will actually have either Justin or Fernando share it out there for you guys. So 2000 V2 by itself, guys, phenomenal price point. But if you guys want to, you guys can get it with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels. Yes, there is. There's plenty of snow in my area. I was actually at the beach yesterday taking videos. I posted a whole bunch of videos and pictures of it. But yeah, there's definitely snow. All right, with the 2 solar panels, guys, you can get 2 of the 200 watt solar panels. This price tag is normally about $2,500. There's a $250 clippable coupon. Use that $250 clippable coupon, save yourself a few bucks, but why not get yourself another 5% off on top of that and use that discount code. So, great little pieces, great little options. If you guys are looking for something like that, there you go. So, any questions about those products? Now, let's see. I believe we're going into the 2,000 plus range. Now, we're going to talk modular. Modular is always fun. I love a modular system, and modular systems means different things to different people. To me, it means you guys can add batteries. And by adding... Hey, thank you, Fernando. I appreciate that. There is, of course, that code that we were talking about, guys, and I'm going to post it over on the other one for you since I didn't realize I had the chat up on the other side. We're going to go into 2,000 plus range, modular, adding extra batteries. To add an extra battery means you guys can expand the system. By expanding the system means you guys can do quite a bit. Now, we're going to talk about the 2,000 plus with two 200-watt solar panels. This is normally $3,300. It's already a 6% discount for you guys, which brings it down to $3,099. Cool thing is, as Jackery said, let's not leave it there. Let's add another $310 clippable coupon. So on the Amazon page, there's a $310 clippable coupon to drop that price point down for you. Now, just like the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus is 2,042 watt-hours of power. But it is a little bit bigger. It's like 62.5 pounds. At 62.5 pounds, it's a larger system. And the reason for that being is it has more technology in it because it can actually add batteries. And we'll get into the batteries and all the expansion stuff in a minute. But we're going to talk about the system by itself. 2,042 watt-hours of power that can be fully charged in 2 hours, standard charging mode, which is great on a wall plug. You guys want to take it in your car or your RV and you guys are doing a cross-country trip, about 25 hours will be your charge time in that car. Now, the cool part is it comes with 2 of these 200-watt solar panels. If you had 6 of them, it would be about 2 hours of charge time. 6 of them with 2 hours of charge time out in the sun. That's amazing. Can be used as an EPS. The EPS is about 2 milliseconds of switch over time, which is phenomenally quick. Now, with this system, of course, it's got a large charge rate. It has all of the multi-ports. You have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, and 5 AC outlets. Now, just like the 3000 Pro, you have 4 of those standard 3-prong 120 volt plugs that do, of course, 3,000 watts pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000. Then you have that NEMO plug above it. Now, just like the last system, you guys can run everything I told you before. 12 hours on that 200-watt desktop PC. 3 hours on, of course, that refrigerator. About an hour and a half almost for the microwave if you really wanted to. 26 hours with the portable freezer, about 60-watt freezer. 1 hour with the hairdryer. Now, hair dryers pull a lot of power. We're not going to argue about that one, guys. I argued that with my wife, and it actually ran off this one, just not off the smaller one. My loss. I lost the bet. Don't bet your wives. I did not know hair dryer pulls so much power. Now, half hour with the welding machine, of course, guys. You guys can do angle grinders, weed eaters, leaf blowers. You guys can do, of course, drone batteries, rice cookers. You could do even more if you guys want to do electric drill. You guys could do coffee maker for about 3 hours on a coffee maker. Now, cool part is the price point, guys, like I said, but this station, the 2000 Plus, is a phenomenal product. But why not be able to add batteries? So we have the 4000 kit in the carousel for you. Now, the 4000 kit is, of course, the 2000 Plus, 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, and that battery sitting right above it. Now, with that battery, you just expanded your battery power. That means you went from 2,042 watt-hours of power to 4,085 watt-hours of power. Now, normal price tag is about $5,000. I think this kit's already down 12% off, so it's like $43.99. And if I remember right, there was a $800 clippable coupon on Amazon for you. So you guys can get another $800 off the top of this. Now, you don't have to just have one battery. You guys can get extra batteries, up to 5 batteries. When you add 5 batteries, that's going to be 12 kilowatts of power. That's right, 12 kilowatts of power with 5 batteries. Cool part is they said, hey, let's not just stop there. Let's allow it to run in parallel. You guys can connect this in parallel with the second 2000 plus system, and you can add 10 batteries. The moment you add 10 batteries, you have over 24 kilowatts of power. At 24 kilowatts of power, you should be able to run your whole house for a few days without a problem. And now here's the cool part about this system. You got a station, you got a battery. The station can have 6 solar panels connected. The battery can also have 6 solar panels connected. So each battery can have its own 6 panels. By adding that, that means you have a 2-hour charge rate on every device with that. Now, it will take you guys quite a bit of solar panels to do that if you have multiple batteries, but it can be done. I apologize, everybody. I'm really thirsty. Now, with the station and the single battery, you should be able to run a refrigerator for about 7 hours. You guys should be able to run your 1150 watt window AC for about 4 hours of runtime. You can even do an induction cooker if you need to, washer and dryer, guys. Just the smaller 3-prong style, all right? It's not going to be running your big house dryers. 24 hours with the desktop PC if you needed to. 120 cell phone charges, 90 drone batteries, 10 hours with the blender. You guys are out back, you guys got a barbecue going on, you want to make sure that everybody's got that nice tasty drink. 9.5 to 10 hours on that blender is what you're going to get. You guys want to get the electric cooker out, guys? You can run the electric cooker with no problem. It's going to be about 3 hours with that grill. Now, 28 hours with the mini fridge, 4 hours with the tea kettle, 2 hours with the hair dryer, or if you really truly need to, 6 hours with that coffee maker. I mean, why not make sure you guys had some coffee? Total package weight is going to be about 140 pounds. That's the battery, the station, and those 2 solar panels. Each of those panels is about 21 pounds. So it does weigh quite a bit with that. Now, are there any questions about that system at all? Now, just like the 2000 V2, it works with the app. The app can control it without a problem. Has a nice large screen. Does have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. You know what? Let me pop over there and kind of show you guys that. We don't show it a lot. I do want to show you guys this, and let me not trip over stuff. So it does have a covering, and this cover is your 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. Now, hopefully my voice didn't pop out too much. I moved away from the camera, but it does have that for you guys. So if you guys need, definitely have that usage. So, cool little piece. I love the options of this. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. What are we showing next? We're going to be showing you guys an original product. So, I say original product, it's one of the original fixtures and one of the original housings. And now this thing's still very relevant. That's why we still show it to you. This is the 300. Now the 300 is 293 watt-hours of power, but it has a fixed handle. The handle is very nice and easily accessible. Has these nice little ridges to allow you to hold it and carry it around. It's approximately 7.1 pounds. Underneath, you're going to have nice silicone pads for you, and you also have 2 AC outlets. Now, these 2 AC outlets are going to do 300 watts pure sine wave power, but can peak at 500 if you need to. That means you guys can plug in some devices that may normally not be able to plug in. Now, you do have 2 USB-A ports. These USB-A ports are your 5-volt 2.4 amps. You also have a USB-C port that's a 60-watt bidirectional. Now, bidirectional means you guys can charge outwards or inwards off of that. Now, it does have, of course, this very beautiful DC plug. This DC plug is what you guys are going to plug in your wall plug, your cigarette car lighter plug, or your solar panel into to actually charge this device. Now, when it's plugged into a wall plug, it's going to take approximately 3 to 3.5 hours to fully charge this device. Now, $259 is a great price point, but they added a $30 clippable coupon for you guys on the actual page. Now, if you want to, though, you guys don't have to just charge it at 3.5 hours. you guys can use the DC plug and the USB-C port and can join together for a 2-hour charge rate. That's actually really cool that they did that with this. Now you do have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug over here, and you actually have some nice little air vents on the side to keep it nice and cool. When fully charged, you should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours off of this, or at least 15 to 16 camera batteries, 6 drone charges, or if you guys really need to, you guys could do your cell phones. Now cell phones, I'm going to say about 13 cell phone charges off of this or so. 4 laptop charges, guys, or mini cooler for 4.5 hours. It's going to be the same with the flat screen TV, about 4.5 hours. Now, you guys can pair this with, let's say, the Mini 40 solar panel. You guys could even pair it with, let's say, a 100-watt solar panel, and you guys would make a great, great combination piece. Now, lightweight, this means it can carry pretty much wherever you want. 7 pounds. So 7 pounds is phenomenally light. I always make the joke that if you guys have this fixed handle, you can turn it into, of course, a weight and start doing arm curls. At 7 pounds, it's not a lot of weight, but most people should be able to curl this. That means you guys can work out with it as well. Hey, if you're bored, why not do things? 300, guys, a phenomenal, phenomenal product. I love this product. It does very, very well. Let's turn on the display so you guys can actually see this. So I was using this today to actually use a money counter. So I was doing a money counter video and content today. I was plugged into this, using this as the power source while testing money counting to check to see if the fake bills could be detected and some other stuff like that. Really cool idea. This would be great for lamps, phones. It would be great to plug in like a CPAP machine for a few hours. It'd be great to even plug in, let's say, a TV, maybe a radio, anything to keep you busy. This could actually do. It's a cool little piece. So, any questions about the 300? Not seeing no questions. All right, then we're going to move on to their very tiny but very mighty station. This is the 100 Plus. Now, the 100 Plus is a phenomenal product. Now, you guys can see I have cabling coming off it. And this is because this is the cabling that comes with this kit. It's a 100-watt bidirectional USB-C cable. This USB-C cable is a beautiful, very quick, fast-charging cable. Allows for 100 watts charge rate pass through. Now, down here is a DC plug to USB-C plug, and this is for, of course, solar panels. Now, this device is one of those devices that you guys just, the size is one of them things. If you guys don't believe how small it is, put a phone next to it. That's how small this is. Now, you guys are like, oh, yeah. Put it next to one of these stations. You guys really see how small it is. 2.2 pounds. That's all this weighs. 2.2 pounds. Now, at 2.2 pounds, it's very lightweight and portable. This can be put in a backpack, purse, some pants pockets. I throw it in my sweater pocket. So my pullover sweater's got a big, large pocket. This fits in that. It's kind of cool. TSA approved. You guys can actually take it through a TSA checkpoint, which means you guys don't have to worry about it. You guys can travel with it on a train, a plane, or other pieces. Now, 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. It has 2 USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are bi-directional pass-through, which means you guys can charge inwards or outwards. It also has a USB-A 18-watt port. Still has that digital display. It says 99% charge, which is great. It's got a great charge rate with this. Now, when fully charged, you guys, it's only going to take a little under 2 hours to fully charge this on a wall plug. When fully charged, you guys can actually run a Nintendo Switch for about 4.5 hours. You guys can even do, let's say, a Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor for about 3.5 to almost 4 hours. Portable monitor doesn't take a lot of power. 6 iPhone charges. That's like your iPhone 14, 14 Pro Max. About 5.25 charges with your S23s, S24s. You guys can even do, let's say, 6 hours of runtime on your MacBook Pro. You guys can even do camera gear, lighting gear. You guys can do so much more. Can even run my phone off of this. So if I wanted to grab this, we'll just plug it in and you guys can actually see. So right there, we're actually plugged in, we're charged. Now we're running my actual carousel off of this little piece. And I'm actually going to leave it plugged in. $129 is the price tag before you take the $20 clippable coupon. There's a $20 clippable coupon on Amazon for you. The 100 plus, beautiful little piece. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little secret. There's a Dune colorway of this out there, and it's only available on a certain social media. So that's all I'm going to say. There's another colorway of this, which is actually really, really cool. So 100 plus, guys, beautiful little piece of technology. If you're looking, check it out. Now, I believe we have up next is 240 V2. Now, the 240 V2 is about $249, guys, which is a great price tag if that's what you guys are looking for. Why is this not popping up correctly? Let's do this. 240 V2, and this is it. Now, 256 watt-hours of power in an 8-pound package. At 8 pounds, it is very capable of being carried around. At $249, it's a phenomenal price tag. At $249 is not the final price, though. There is a $50 clippable coupon if you want to have that little price discount. One AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power can peak at 600 if you truly need to. One USB-C port that does 100 watt bidirectional charge. One USB-C port that does 15 watts charge rate. It also has a 15 watt USB-A port above it. 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug, that nice little display, and of course a flashlight that does 2 lighting modes. Standard mode or SOS pattern. Now, to fully charge this device, it's going to take approximately 2 hours on a wall plug to fully charge it. You guys can put it in super emergency charge mode in the app and have it fully charged in 1 hour if you need to. Now, it's kind of cool because once fully charged, you guys can run like, let's say, a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours. You guys can even do that Wi-Fi modem and router for about 13 hours. You guys can do 4 drone batteries, 3 laptop charges, 12 cell phones. You guys could do that flat screen TV back there if you wanted to. 4 hours with the house fan. Now, flat screen TV, same thing, about 4 hours. Heated pad, about 3.5 hours. Pet heating pad, 6 hours. This is a phenomenal product in its own right by itself. You don't have to just have it by itself, though. You guys can get it with the Mini 40 solar panel. Again, an 11-pound package. At 11 pounds, guys, this is a great bug-out bag or camping trip, hiking trip, quick emergencies, and all around. Now, one of the ones I like to tell you guys is if you guys have kids that go off to college and you guys are always worried about natural disasters because they're away from home, send them with one of these. Now, make sure that they charge it every so often. That way they have a way to, of course, when the power's out or natural disaster like a tornado, hurricane, ice storms or something happens, they have a way to contact you for them to be able to charge their phones. Because if you guys have kids like mine, their phone's always at 18% charge and they never have a charge. Have this on hand and this would make a great little package. Now, $349, of course, before the discount. Now, there is a discount, of course, if you guys need for this, it's $80. So there's an $80 clippable coupon for the 240 V2 and the Mini 40 solar panel. Great little price deal. So, phenomenal little product at a great, great price point. Now, we also have, I believe, the 500 we're going to show you guys. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 means we're going to move cameras and we're going to bounce down to the table. The 500 is actually onto the table over to the side. You guys are going to see that my pillows are really wonky today. I'm not sure what happened to those. This is the 500. Now, the 500 is an original fixture. It's about 13 pounds. Normally $500 is a $150 clippable coupon on Amazon for you. Has one AC outlet that does 500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000. It's 518 watt hours of power. Now this device does have 3 USB-A ports. It also has 4 DC plugs. Now 3 of those are your DC output ports. One's a DC input port. Now, it's going to take you about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug. It's going to be the same in a car. If you have a 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be about 7.5 hours, which is a great runtime. When fully charged, you should be able to run your TV for about 7 hours. About 30 hours of runtime with a laptop. 9 hours with a mini cooler. You guys could do more than that, though, because if you wanted to, an electric air pump. Let's say you guys like to go rafting during summer. That air pump should be able to run about 8 hours off of this device. Little over 4 hours with that electric blanket. You guys could even run a CPAP machine for 6 to 9 hours. Now, that CPAP machine is going to range from, let's say, with a heated hose or non-heated hose. If you have a heated hose, you're going to get maybe 6 hours. Without the heated hose, you will get approximately 9 hours or so. So you do have an extended runtime with this. 50 minutes with a blender. Why not go outside and make a margarita, a milkshake, or something of the sort? You guys have all the variants for that if you need. Now, we also have, I believe, the 600 plus. Let me make sure. Yeah, we have the 600 plus. Now, the 600 plus is a really nice little station, of course. If we move up here, you guys are going to see it way up on the top. Now, that's going to be about $469 for the 600 plus. Now, the 600 plus is a cool one. This is actually 632 watt hours of power. At 632 watt hours of power, it's got a 1 hour charge rate in super emergency charge mode. Has 2 AC outlets that do 800 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 1600 if you need to. You have a 30 watt USB-C port, 100 watt USB-C port, and an 18 watt USB-A port as well. Now, your charge rate, of course, like I said, super emergency charge mode, 1 hour, standard 2 hour charge mode if you need to. You should be able to run your mini fridge for about 6 hours, a laptop about 7 times. Now, this is where it's going to get kind of cool. You guys could do a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for about 36 hours. You could do about 27 camera batteries. If you need, let's go here, 520 watt refrigerator, a little over an hour. Now, that means you guys can even do a 100 watt movie projector for about 6 hours as well. The 600 Plus has full app control and works very, very well. Like I said, by itself, it's about $469. If you want it with the 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be about $679. So, still a great price point and a phenomenal product. Now, we are slightly running behind, but we're going to move into the 1000 plus. All right, we're going to talk about the 1000 plus. Now, the 1000 plus is a phenomenal product. Now, this station by itself is, I believe, if I want to remember right, there's like $899. So, at $899, you guys can get the 1000 plus power station. Now, the 1000 plus power station is a phenomenal product. It's 1264 watt hours of power. At 1264 watt hours of power, you guys can actually run quite a bit. Now, I told you the price tag of the station by itself, but you guys can get it with, of course, the dual solar panel kit for $1,500. So at $1,500, you're going to get the station and 2 of the 100 watt panels. Now, you have 3 AC outlets that do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4,000. You have 2 USB, well, if we had the camera on it correctly, we have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max. You also have that 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug and that beautiful flashlight. When fully charged, guys, you have the quick charge rate of under 2 hours. It's a phenomenal product. Now, when charged, you guys could do, let's say, a refrigerator, weed eaters, weed whackers, electric cookers, coffee pots. You guys could even do that TV back there. You guys could do your Halloween, Christmas decorations without a problem. You could do angle grinders, ACs. You guys could do, of course, table lamps. You guys could even do drone batteries. So much more. Microwaves, air fryers. You guys can think of it. It can do it. And at $1,500 with the two solar panels, that's a phenomenal product. But I'm always going to tell you guys, get the 1000 plus kit. The 1000 plus kit's going to be the station and the battery above it. $2,099 is the price tag, but there's a $400 clippable coupon on that 1000 plus kit. Now, the moment you add that battery, you have, of course, doubled your battery time, which means you doubled your runtime on everything you guys could think of. Now, that's another 1200 watts of power, so 2,528 watt hours of power with that battery that's included in that kit. Cool part is this station can and will allow you to have 3 batteries total. The moment you have 3 batteries, that's 5 kilowatts of hour power. 5 kilowatts of hour power is a phenomenal amount of power in a station of this sort. Now, still has full app control and can run pretty much whatever you think of that you could ever want. Now we're going to move into the 5,000 plus. Now this is a very, very large and beautiful station. What I'm going to do is we're going to change the pieces. We're going to drop down the lighting. Hopefully that lights it up a little bit better. Shadowing on the camera is really off today, and I'm not sure if it was an update. So this is the 5,000 plus station. Now the 5,000 plus station is a large system. Now the 5,000 plus by itself is like $3,499. There is a $500 clippable coupon, so you guys can get the $500 clippable coupon to save yourself a few bucks on this. Now 5,040 watt hours of power in a 132 pound package. At 132 pounds, it is still very portable and very acceptable and can be rolled around without a problem. It has two large 3-inch wheels on the back, and it has two casters on the front. Now, the one thing you guys are missing, if I zoom out, and hopefully I can zoom out far enough, you guys can actually see the handle here. And I'm going to kind of show you guys this. I'm going to take two fingers, and I'm going to tip it over, and you guys can see I tipped it, and it rolls. That simple. You guys can see the casters down below. This handle can be rolled away. There are two more handles on the side that will allow you to, of course, pick it up and carry it around. On the front, you have two USB-C ports. Now, those USB-C ports are going to do, of course, 100 watts charging capability. You also have two USB-A ports that do 18 watts max charging capability. You have four AC outlets. Those are your 3-prong standard plugs, and I'm not sure why it looks a little blurry. We'll have to check that out later. All individually switched. Now, these 4 plugs do, of course, 7,200 watts of charge rate for you guys. 7,200 watts is a crazy amount of power. Now, I'm going to zoom back a little because we're going to rotate it to the side. Now, when I rotate it to the side, you guys are going to be greeted with, of course, the AC expansion port. This AC expansion port is going to allow you to connect up to the STS, the ATS, or the MTS. So you guys can actually do the smart transfer switch, the manual transfer switch, or other devices. Below that is your 14-30 NEMA plug and your 14-50 NEMA plug. These NEMA plugs are 120 volts and 240 volt dual voltage charging. So you guys can actually plug in your central AC or large house washers and dryers. On the opposite side, you have, of course, the wall plug. You also have, of course, the DC expansion port for batteries, and underneath, you have your solar panel plugs. You have your low power solar panel array and your high power solar panel array. High power solar panel array is going to allow you to connect up to 4,000 watts of solar panel. Now, if you guys were watching the CES drop, Jackery announced a release of a product that's going to allow you to connect up to that high power solar array. And that's actually a curved solar panel. I will be seeing if I can get one of those single panels so we can have one on shows to kind of show you guys. And we'll see about that at some point. Hopefully when they drop it, we'll have one of those. Now, cool system in its own right. Still has C2B cell-to-body technology. Has cooling technology as well. Up to about 62 forms of protection. Has fire-resistant and shock-proof systems. This system by itself is phenomenally well done. You guys can get it with the 500 watt solar panel for $4,299, but there's a $600 clippable coupon for that as well. Or you guys can get the full 5,000 kit. Now the full 5,000 kit is a crazy combination, and it's crazy in a great way, because it's going to be the station that you see here, 2 of the 500 watt solar panels, and that STS, the Smart Transfer Station. Now that Smart Transfer Switch is a phenomenal piece that will need to be installed by an electrician to your power grid on your home. Now that means you have 13 circuit breakers right there that you guys can run all of the plugs that are already wired to your house through that switch. Now, cool part about this system is 5,040 watt hours of power by itself can have 5 batteries. The moment you add 5 batteries, you have 30 kilowatts of hour power. 30 kilowatts of power. It's a crazy amount of power. Now, the Smart Transfer Switch and the system itself has an app control. Both of them work. They're going to allow you to track solar input speeds. It's going to allow you to do monitor real-time generation of performance. It's also going to allow you to do what's optimized for scheduling of energy savings. So the optimization for energy savings means, guys, you can set it up to charge during low electrical cost times. Your electric company, unfortunately, charges you for peak hours. During peak hours, most of your charge rates will be a lot more than your non-peak hours. You can set that up in this app to allow it to actually run off of this system during those peak hours and then charge on non-peak hours from the solar arrays. This system can charge in 4 different ways. First and foremost is going to be the wall plug. When plugged into the wall plug, you guys are going to be able to charge it in approximately 3.5 if I can remember correctly, 3.5 hours, which is actually a quick charge time. It's not that long of a charge time, which is great. If you use the low power solar array, that's going to be like 1200 watts of input. 1200 watts of the Jackery solar panels, 5 hours is your charge rate. One second, everybody. I apologize. I'm starting to get a little scratch in my voice. Now, that's not the only way you can charge it. So 5 hours with low power solar array, 3.5 hours on a wall plug, or if you want to use that high power solar array, little under 2 hours fully charged. Now, it'll be the same if you guys had it plugged into the smart transfer switch. A little under 2 hours. It's like a little hour and 3/4. So quick charge rate, guys, with this. Now, when fully charged, you should be able to run, let's say, your central AC, your window ACs, your refrigerators, your hot tubs, whatever you could think of could be plugged into this. You add 5 batteries and it'll be able to run for a good amount of time. You should be able to run your household for approximately about 7 days with 5 batteries. Cool part is you guys can parallel it with the second 5000 plus and 10 batteries and have 60 kilowatts of power. At 60 kilowatts of power, guys, you're running your whole household for a phenomenal amount of runtime. So do not feel like you're being left out. Now, like I said, full price tag of that whole system is normally $6,000. There's a $1,000 clippable coupon on the page for you guys on Amazon. Plus, use that 5% code that we have for you. Great little piece if you want. Now, if you already have the 5,000 plus, you guys can get the smart transfer switch for like $1,700 as well. So you can get that individually switched for you. Now, we're going to talk about solar panels real quick. And we're going to pop over to the live video. And I'm going to grab a media source of this. And let me grab the 5000. Now, this is the 500 watt X. Now, the 500X is their new solar panel. It's a nice large solar panel that's going to do about 25% efficiency. It's bifacial. Now, it is approximately 98 inches long when folded out like this right here. When folded up completely flat, it's 39 inches by 20 inches by 4 inches thick. Now, this will do 25% efficiency in converting light even in low light settings. At 100% light, you're going to get, of course, that full 500 watts. It is created from 6 85 watt panels. Now, those 85 watt panels are beautifully well done, but can be used individually. So you do not have to worry about, guys, using it as just by itself. And the cool part is if you had 2 of these panels, you guys can technically connect them all together if you really wanted to and link them through, of course, the Anderson clip. Now, $999 is the price tag for that piece, of course, with you. Now, we showed you guys the Mini 40 solar panel. The Mini 40 solar panel is approximately, if I can remember correctly, I think it's like $97. So there's like a $97 price tag on the Mini 40 solar panel. We showed you guys that really cool solar panel. We're going to show you guys the 100 watt bifacial solar panel though. Now this is a $299 price tag. There's a $30 clippable coupon. And this is that beautiful solar panel. Now, the 100 watt bifacial solar panel is a cool one. It's got nice little kickstands that can actually fold up. It's got, of course, this beautiful blue side, but it is very lightweight. Now, this is completely compatible with the 100 plus all the way up if you really wanted to. When you bop it out, you guys are going to have a tri-fold design. You guys are going to see it's going to fold out 3 times, so tri-fold. When fully folded out, you have 2 sides. The black side is what you're going to face towards the sun. The blue side is what you guys are going to get that secondary charge off of the 100 plus, or the 100 bidirectional panel. Now, this is a large panel. If you guys can see, this 100 watt panel is a phenomenally large solar panel. This panel is a beautiful, beautiful product. It's going to do well for you guys. So if you guys want that beautiful 25% efficiency, this is definitely going to be it. Now, the cool part is, you don't have to use it with the 25% efficiency. You guys can lay it completely flat on the ground. It's going to do about 24% efficiency this way. In a 20-degree angle, you guys are going to get it more efficiency. IP68 rating, fully waterproof, water resistant, without a problem. You guys are good to go. Now, it's got these snap clips that's going to hold it. Of course, IP68 rating means you guys can leave it out in the snow and it's not going to hurt it. Or if you guys want to, fold it up, carry it around. This is a cool little product. You cannot go wrong with this one if you guys are looking. The 100 Bifacial Solar Saga, $299 price tag, $30 clippable coupon. You can't go wrong with that. Now, for some reason, my carousel's a little off compared to Jackery. So Jackery's got the 100 prime panel as well, and they want you guys to see the 100 prime. So we're going to show you guys the 100 prime panel as well. Now, the 100 prime panel is really another amazing little panel. Now, this panel, I believe, is about $299, I think it is. Now, this is going to do 25% efficiency in converting light to power. It is, of course, a full glass panel. This is glass. It's a one-piece, does not fold up. Fully aluminum housing all the way around. It has a 10-foot cable. Bifacial charging, so it does charge off both sides. So you guys are going to do 25% of converting light to power in low light settings. Still fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating. Has 12 individually holes all the way around to mount it to any surface you want. Comes with 4 brackets and, of course, all the mounting hardware. Has, of course, an Anderson clip cabling, so you guys can actually connect it with multiple pieces. Or you guys can use the adapter on the end to plug it into, of course, the DC plug. That's up to you. Now, this is actually a really phenomenal panel. It is glass, so do be careful with it, guys, because you can break it if you are not too cautious with it. I did drop it in here one day on a show. Did not hurt it or break it, so don't worry about it. You can, be a little bit not cautious, but do be careful. So any questions about those panels, please ask and we can answer. Now, we have one more panel for you guys tonight. We showed you guys both 100 watt panels. We showed you the Mini 40, showed you the 500X. Why not show you guys the 200? Now, we talked about the 200 quite a bit today. So I'm going to change views. We're going to grab a media source. We're going to show you guys the 200 watt panel in its action and glory. Now, this is a $700 price tag panel, but there is a $100 clippable coupon for the 200 watt panel. Now, the 200 watt panel is, of course, very acceptable and can be used on pretty much most of the larger systems. Now, this is a really, really phenomenal panel. 200 watts of charge rate is what it's going to do. 200 watts at 18 volts. Now, it does have a 10-foot cable, ETFE laminated handles. It also has an ETFE laminated case. It is a trifold design. Now, this is a large panel. It should take you less than 20 seconds to fully set up and connect up to your stations. It's going to do about 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power. When I tell you guys that the efficiency, that's low light settings. So that's like overcast skies, slight drizzle, maybe slight fog. It still allows for light to come through. It will still charge at 24% efficiency. Now, this has actually got what's called a sunlight angle indicator. If you use that indicator, it's going to allow you to target the sun properly, and then you'll be set up efficiently. You're going to notice when we have it set up in this video that I do not have the solar panel completely flat. I did not angle it properly because, I was doing a video. Should have did it properly, let's be honest. From the moment I connected on and I turned the station on, I'm already grabbing over 150 watts of power. Now, that's actually quick indication of how much power it jumps to quick. And you guys are going to notice me bend over. I'm going to turn on the power station. I'm going to come grab the camera, and then we're going to reach down in there. It's going to instantly start saying about 153 to 154 watts of charge rate for that system. That's how quick it do it. Now, if I angled that properly, probably would have got the full 200 watts of charge rate through that system. It's a phenomenal panel. If you guys need a panel of that size, Jackery's got you covered with that, guys. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal piece. Now, don't forget, though, we got those great deals and that 5% discount code, guys. You guys can get the 3000 Pro and the two 200-watt solar panels for $21.99, plus use that 5% discount code. You guys can get the 300 Plus and the Mini 40 solar panel for $299, and you guys can have a great little system. Or you guys can get the 1000 V2 for $499, and you'll be very, very happy. Now, if you guys want to use that 5% discount code, any purchases over $1,000, and you guys can use that 5% discount code. So a bunch of great products, a bunch of great deals, and a bunch of amazing systems. Now, with that, guys, we will be back here. I believe our next show is going to be Wednesday the 15th. So we'll be here the 15th, the 16th, and I think the 20th. So we have 3 more shows coming up, guys, for you that I know of, and maybe a couple more. I'm not sure yet. So 3 shows. We have 2 more, the 15th and 16th, and then we'll see you guys then, of course. So hopefully, guys, of course, we'll be back to watch them shows. Now, like I always say, hit that follow button. Hit that live notification button. You guys will know when we go live, and we'll know when we're over here. Fernando, thank you, of course, for posting that again, and I shared it on our side. For everybody that's been with us, I've had a great evening with you, and we hopefully will see you guys on the next show. Have a good evening, everybody. We'll see you on the next.